My name is David, and I am the founder and president of Resourceful Geoscience Solutions, which is a boutique mineral exploration and geoscience consulting firm. Well, I grew up in rural Alberta, so oil and gas country, and was born and raised in a resource economy, and so I guess that was sort of always a part of me. And I went to university, and because that's what you were supposed to do. But I actually almost considered dropping out of my first year. I had always been more of a blue collar guy. I liked working with my hands, and everything just felt a little abstract. But I was at university. Career counseling was free, so before I punch my ticket out of here, I better go see them and see what they have to say. And surprise, surprise, they confirmed all of my suspicions and said, you should be a tradesperson. But I was something kept coming up, which was something I really never considered, which was geologist. It kept coming up. Every aptitude test, everything was like plumber, electrician, military officer, geologist. I was like, okay, what is this all about? And I was taking a neuroscience class at the time. It happened to be the one I was doing best in and enjoyed. So my second year, I went all earth science. I said, we're going to find out real fast if this actually works. And, we took off with all of my labs were field trips for like the first 3 months of the school year. And I was like, all right, we're here. Give me a hammer. Let's go. This is the right fit. So it found me. That's how that worked. I would like to actually to elaborate a little bit more lengthy on this because I feel like my career has had eras like Taylor Swift. I've bounced around through a number of consultancies who have different focuses and in different roles, and I've also worked for a major mining company, too, as they were acquired by another one. And my experiences in all of those roles were very, very different. So, starting with a consultancy or a number of them who primarily focus on exploration staffing, I was getting, shipped every few months to a different project somewhere in the world, Northern Canada, South America, working on lots of different commodities. And it was primarily, junior geologist type work, a lot of core logging, a lot of soil sampling, a lot of prospecting, mapping. And that was excellent. I really enjoyed getting to see so many different places and different types of deposits and commodities so quickly early in my career. It can be challenging for a lot of people if they, have a family or, other responsibilities in their life. But for me at the time, early in my career, it was a great way to develop a lot of skills very quickly. And then went to the most rewarding experience of my career, which was working for a major mining company at a world-class gold deposit in Northwest Ontario. And that was another level of professionalism. And I tell everybody that you should work at a mine. It's a completely other level. And I was lucky. I spent 4 years there, and by the time I left, I was supervising the exploration department through a 100,000 meter drilling program with 11 drills underground, on surface, and even on a frozen lake. So it was very busy. There was a lot of hole planning, a lot of logistics, a lot of just interfacing with the team on a daily basis, make sure everybody was had what they needed to do their jobs effectively, that everything was like the working conditions were safe and everybody was, in a good place that way. A lot of managing contractors, but also a lot of geology, like really good geology. A lot of, we had data flying in at a very significant pace. So there was a lot of interpretation, and then putting that into action for, the next hole plans, 1 week, 2 week down the road. So it's very dynamic, very exciting, very busy role. And we were having a lot of success, which was excellent. And, but it makes you a very nimble geologist when you have to make very expensive decisions very quickly, and it was excellent. I moved on to a consultancy after that focused on higher level professional services, a lot of resource geology, technical reports, that type of thing. And my day-to-day there was just 3D modeling of mineral resources, which was another excellent experience. A lot of a bunch of commodities, base and precious metals, some industrial minerals. So again, having that consultant's experience of seeing a ton of deposits very quickly, and getting exposure to a lot of commodities. So that was excellent. I was working closely with a resource geologist who was helping to define the parameters, and I was laying out all the modeling for that, and then they would take that into the estimation phase. And then I rolled all that experience together and started my own company, Resource Geoscience Solutions. And now my day today, I hardly know what's coming. There's a lot that comes with being the owner. So I have a lot of responsibilities as an entrepreneur and a business owner. But now we also get to do a lot of fun stuff. So one week I could be doing some grassroots prospecting on a lithium project. The next week I could be doing some 3D modeling on Mississippi Valley type lead zinc deposit. So very, very dynamic, a full range of everything. I'm going soil sampling next week. And today I'm preparing press releases for a client on a rare earth deposit. And so, yeah, my days are never empty and always interesting. That's an easy one. My favorite thing about working in the mining industry is being able to go to very remote places that are normally inaccessible to most people. Nobody's going to charter their own helicopter to go to the barren lands of Nunavut for a vacation. But luckily, because there's work to do there, I get the opportunity to go to these places that very few people get to see, that are still, very pristine wilderness, and it's a very adventurous thing, and that is without a doubt the thing that keeps me in this business. And my favorite part is the adventure of going to all of these very isolated and rugged and unique places. If I had a magic wand, and I don't know, I would like to see this change. I don't know what the right solution is, but I know that the current solution is not optimal, and I would like to see changes in the way that mineral exploration is financed. I think it leads to a lot of problems where, explorers are always stuck trying to pander to the market, and it stands in the way of doing the work that needs to be done from a geoscience perspective, because, they're always chasing that next press release, and that type of thing. And instead of doing what would get them to the next geoscientific benchmark the most effectively. And so I think that the current finance model kind of stands in the way of discovery a little bit, and I would love to see some changes on that front.